Welcome into the Beat Sessions. I'm your host, Mitchell Weary. We're looking at the brand new project from Serj Tankian entitled Elasticity, which was released on March 19th. This thing is going to be polarizing. There's going to be a lot of you that do not enjoy this. Some of you are probably going to like it, actually. It's pretty common knowledge now that this was supposed to be a System of a Down project. Serj presented the songs to the guys, and there was creative differences and some financial issues, which is really unfortunate, especially in light of the fact that they were able to come together and put together a couple of songs to raise money for the conflict in Armenia last year. And those songs were good. They're never going to be in the top tier of System songs for me personally, but there was a spark. There was a hope, a potential that a new System record might be a thing, And frankly, I'm one of those believers that they disbanded and parted ways really at the height of their career. I mean, I think it's to think about what could have been with these guys it's a frustrating thing. It's a sad thing to think about oftentimes as well. But for now, we have Elasticity, which I'm not sure what solo project this is for Serj. He's done so many different things since System parted ways. He's done like a classical music project, a jazz project. He has done soundtracks for movies and video games. I mean, the guy has been all over the place. So this record, it was cool to see him kind of get back into the rock arena and put these together. And they're good tracks. They really are. I would say that his voice is definitely the highlight of this EP. He's just gotten to a point professionally as an artist where he is in absolute dominant control over his voice, and he can basically do anything that he wants to it. There's great lyrical hooks on this EP. You get some of the goofy signature stuff that he's very well known for. Elasticity is the opening track, which is interesting. There's an electronic element, which is something that's not too common in System albums, and then this really interesting. It's like this kind of like pop psychedelic riff, though. It reminds me of 70s stuff, maybe like Blue Oyster Cult or Deep Purple a little bit even. But it's an interesting song. It's got a lot going on. All of these tracks do. I mean, they really highlight the eclectic nature of System's writing style. And I think if this EP proves more than anything, it shows that Serj had more of an involvement in the songwriting process with System than I think most people give him credit to. I know Darren was a big driving force in the band, and you can definitely feel his absence in the rest of the band on this EP. But I don't think Serj gets enough credit where credit is due. Your Mom is probably the most similar thing, the closest thing that you're going to get to a System track on this record. It's got, the goofy lyrics, very snarky, very political, some crazy jaunty moments, but again, a good hook, good riffs. How Many Times and Rumi are songs that start off a bit slower and build as they progress. Rumi especially is a really nice song. Rumi is a Persian poet from the 13th century. Serj named his son after Rumi as well. So the song is basically a message to his son. It picks up during the chorus, but there's really just some sweet sentiment to it. I really like one of the lyrics. He says, "Be the change you want to be the man you want to see." Very nice, poignant lyric. Again, just a very sweet sentiment to deliver to your progeny, to your offspring. And then Electric Uravan is the closing track on the EP. It is reference to a really just fine demonstration of the power of peaceful protest back in 2015. In Uravan, the population was protesting hikes in utility rates, and again, came together peacefully and were able to keep that from happening. So it's great to see Serj, highlighting positive political movements and showing that together we can be a force of change. And I really dig the song for that reason. Lyrically, super strong, as you can probably suggest as well. It's what you would expect more from a System album, very political. But once again, his voice is the driving factor of the record. And I think you'll listen to this and ultimately feel the absence of the rest of the band, especially Darren. I mean, there's some points, there's some guitar riffs, some hooks where I listen and they're good, but I think Darren could have made them better. And it's a tough thing. It's a tough thing to listen to this and enjoy it, but also think about what might have been had they been able to, put their differences aside and come together on this record. So for those of you who are waiting for a new System record, I wouldn't hold your breath, sadly. And I'm not going to tell you that this is going to hold you over because it's not necessarily a System record. It definitely has that vibe. It has that feel, and I think it's something that'll be fun for everybody to throw in the catalog. I'm going to vinyl please this. It's an EP. Hopefully I can find it for like 10 or 12 bucks, throw it on the shelf. It's a nice addition to Serj catalog, and I think that for the most part these songs are really strong for for their weak points, the strengths, and again especially Serj and his voice and being back in that rock element make up for what this EP lacks. So I hope that you find this review helpful. Please subscribe to my channel, like this video, and tune into the live show on Sunday nights at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We'll see you next time on the Beat Sessions.